We saw last time how Michael Jordan overcame a poor shooting day to help North Carolina beat Kentucky. Well, Jordan's got another tough game coming up this time, but we've got to cover a few games that we missed before we get to that one. Well, on December 28, 1981, Michael Jordan scored only 5 points in a rough game against Penn State in the Cable Car Classic in Santa Clara, California. It took overtime for the Tar Heels to finally win, and I really wish I had a video copy of that one. North Carolina came away with another victory against Santa Clara the next night to win the mini-tournament. Michael Jordan put in 21 points and 10 rebounds this time, leading in both categories. You'll notice that he never seems to have 2 bad games in a row. And then on January 4th, 1982, North Carolina demolished William & Mary. Jordan tied with Sam Perkins with 13 points. All of that got the still undefeated North Carolina Tar Heels ready for their first ACC game of the season. This was on the road against the Maryland Terrapins, and you'd better believe that this was the hottest ticket in town. Well, Maryland weren't exactly a great team the year before, and then they lost 2 key players to the NBA draft. Albert King, a senior, was drafted by the New Jersey Nets, where he played effectively for several years. You might know him as the younger brother of the famous scorer Bernard King. Buck Williams also left Maryland for the draft, though he was a junior. Williams, of course, was one of the greatest rebounders of all time and had a long and extremely successful 17-year NBA career. Now, Maryland wasn't awful, but they had been embarrassed by UCLA just a few days before. That loss put Maryland at 7-3 overall. And as was the case with the vast majority of North Carolina's basketball games that season, this game was televised. Now, the broadcasters claimed that Reggie Jackson was Maryland's star, but of course Jackson never played in the NBA. Charles Pittman was one of the 2 Maryland players who later played in the NBA, though he didn't last long with the Suns. The other one was Adrian Branch, who had a 5-year NBA career. Meanwhile, Michael Jordan's introduction didn't attract much of a reaction. But Jordan announced his presence early. Now this was an excellent fake and dish by Jordan. But Maryland hung in there.
They were upset by Maryland. Then coached by Bob Milliken. Turnover as here comes Jackson dishing it off to Atkins.
Good fast break by the University of Maryland. Really heads up play defensive.
Jordan owned the baseline in this game, though he didn't get the shot off here.
Jordan draws the foul on Branch. Boy, Jordan really pulled the string on his man.
And here was Reggie Jackson with a wide open layup.
Jackson for a layup.
And of course, James Worthy could make moves like this. Jordan couldn't quite get open underneath, leading to a fast break the other way. However, North Carolina started to run. Here was Worthy again. Maryland wasn't awful though, and they made it close early. This fast break made it 13-13. Then Jordan made a rookie error here when he tried to pass instead of shooting after he heard the whistle. And a missed bucket here led to a Maryland fast break.
There he is, Michael Jordan, kept alive by Worthy, tipped out by Baldwin. Maryland 3-on-2 break. Jackson, right side.
Now North Carolina looked good despite a few early mistakes. However, there were also bizarre plays like this one. I still don't understand why this wasn't a 10-second violation.
Good job by Atkins.
Good job. Super job. Denied the ball, but Black is able to recover it. Got it over the line.
The more games from this era that I watch, the more I appreciate the modern refs. The number of ridiculous calls that I've seen from these games so far is way too high. North Carolina was starting to slip a bit, however.
Relax out there with the ball. Threw that one away.
Bad pass. Here goes Atkins driving.
This looked pretty bad.
Black to Doherty.
However, Michael Jordan kept fighting to spark the team. And then good things followed.
For the New Jersey Nets, and played extremely well. So
Jordan was able to trick the offensive player into a foul here. Good defense. With this Jimmy Black shot, UNC had a 26-15 lead and were starting to run away with it. And then it was showtime.
Here comes Black on the first fast break for North Carolina against Jackson.
Beautiful pass.
Back to Worthy for the layup and a foul.
Jordan was able to get down low for this impressive putback. Perkins found Jordan wide open underneath here.
Inside
And Jimmy Black found Jordan all alone after a steal.
Black lobs it to Jordan.
You know, the more I watch, the more impressive Jordan looks, especially on defense. This was an impressive drive, though the announcer couldn't tell Jimmy Black apart from Michael Jordan. And Jordan forced a turnover here with more good defense. Here was another excellent steal by Jordan.
Specific team, so Virginia will have their hands full. But that would set up a matchup if they were to win with number 1 and 2 going against each other Saturday.
And then Maryland started committing unforced errors like this one.
Inside pass intended for Brands, picked off. They lob it to Doherty, and beautiful pass back to Black.
You know, it's impressive to watch Jordan as he got inside to steal away rebounds like this.
Rebound stolen away by Jordan.
And Jordan had this habit of beating the defense down the court, though he couldn't finish up here. Anyway, near the end, North Carolina was wasting time to run out the clock, but Jordan decided to drive instead.
He's got too much quickness for Atkins. If he gets in there, look out for the Michael Jordan.
And here he scored the layup and drew the hard foul.
Jordan inside, undercut foul, may get 2.
Yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, this game was a blowout. North Carolina won this one 66-50 after leading pretty much the whole way. Jordan was second for the Tar Heels with 12 points behind Perkins. Sam had 23 points in his best game of the season so far. Well, stay tuned. Next time we're going to cover the battle of the undefeated teams when Virginia went in to take on North Carolina.